In the heart of a picturesque village nestled between rolling hills and serene meadows, there lived a boy named Lucas. Lucas was a dreamer, always lost in the world of colors and imagination. His room was a sanctuary of creativity, walls adorned with sketches, canvases leaning against every corner, and the faint scent of paint lingering in the air. Painting was more than just a hobby for Lucas, it was his passion, a way to express the emotions he couldn't find words for. Yet, despite his love for art, Lucas often found himself at odds with his own expectations. He had a vision of the perfect painting in his mind, but when he tried to bring it to life on the canvas, it never quite matched up. The colors didn't blend the way he wanted, the lines weren't as smooth, and the image in his head seemed impossible to capture. With each failed attempt, frustration grew, and doubt began to creep in. One crisp autumn morning, as Lucas was walking through the village square, he noticed a large poster announcing a painting competition. The theme was the beauty of nature, and the winning artwork would be displayed in the town's prestigious art gallery. Lucas's heart skipped a beat. The thought of having his painting showcased for everyone to see filled him with both excitement and anxiety. Lucas rushed home, his mind buzzing with ideas. He imagined a vibrant scene, a sunset over the hills, with golden rays filtering through the trees, and a calm river reflecting the sky's fiery hues. He could see it so clearly in his mind, but as he sat down to paint, the familiar struggle returned. The colors didn't blend as seamlessly as he envisioned, the light didn't dance on the water the way he hoped, and the entire scene looked flat, devoid of the life and emotion he wanted to convey. Day after day, Lucas worked on his painting, pouring his heart into every brushstroke, but the more he painted, the more disappointed he became. Each mistake felt like a confirmation of his doubts. He was no artist, just a boy with a dream too big for his abilities. As the deadline for the competition approached, Lucas's frustration reached its peak. In a fit of anger, he crumpled the canvas and tossed it aside, his dreams seemingly crushed under the weight of his own expectations. That evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the village, Lucas sat by the window, lost in thought. His grandfather, a wise and gentle man who had always supported Lucas's passion, noticed the forlorn look on his grandson's face. Without a word, he entered the room, picked up the discarded canvas, and carefully smoothed it out. "Why did you give up, Lucas?" his grandfather asked softly, his eyes full of understanding. Lucas sighed deeply. "I'm just not good at this, Grandpa. No matter how hard I try, I can't make the painting look the way I want." His grandfather smiled gently and motioned for Lucas to follow him. They walked outside, the cool evening air wrapping around them as they made their way to the garden behind the house. The garden was a riot of colors: roses, tulips, daisies, and lilies, all blooming in harmony, a testament to nature's beauty. "Do you remember when we planted these flowers?" his grandfather asked, his voice calm and reassuring. Lucas nodded. "I do. It took a long time for them to grow." "Exactly," his grandfather replied. "When we planted the seeds, we didn't see flowers the next day, did we? We had to water them, care for them, and wait patiently. There were days when it seemed like nothing was happening, but we didn't give up. And now, look at the result, a beautiful garden that took time and effort to create." Lucas looked at the garden, the vibrant colors mirroring the emotions he wanted to capture in his painting. His grandfather's words resonated with him, like a seed of hope being planted in his heart. "It's the same with your painting," his grandfather continued. "You might not see the result you want right away, but that doesn't mean you should give up. Every stroke, every mistake, is part of the process. If you stop now, you'll never know how beautiful your work could become." Encouraged by his grandfather's wisdom, Lucas felt a renewed sense of determination. He returned to his room, picked up a fresh canvas, and began to paint again. This time, he approached his work with a different mindset. He focused not on perfection but on expressing the emotions within him. He allowed the colors to flow freely, blending them in new and unexpected ways. He didn't worry about the small mistakes, instead, he embraced them, letting them guide him to new ideas. As Lucas worked late into the night, a sense of peace settled over him. The pressure he had placed on himself seemed to melt away, replaced by the simple joy of creating. When he finally stepped back to look at his painting, he saw something different, something alive and full of emotion. It wasn't perfect, but it was his, a true reflection of his heart. The day of the competition arrived, and Lucas submitted his painting with a mixture of pride and nervousness. He knew it wasn't flawless, but he also knew it represented his best effort, his perseverance, and his refusal to give up. To his astonishment, when the winners were announced, Lucas's painting was chosen as the first-place winner. The judges praised the emotion and depth in his work, noting how it captured the essence of the theme in a unique and heartfelt way. Lucas's heart swelled with pride as he saw his painting displayed in the town's art gallery, a symbol of his journey and the lesson he had learned. He realized that success wasn't about creating something perfect on the first try, it was about never giving up, even when the path seemed difficult. As the sun set over the village, casting a golden light over the hills, Lucas knew that his journey as an artist was just beginning. With determination and the knowledge that true growth comes from persistence, he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, confident that he would never give up on his dreams.